I'm going to be going back to NHL 20 to build a hockey team good enough to win a Stanley Cup in NHL 25. The Edmonton Oilers in NHL 20 were just not very good, but luckily, I'm going to be changing that. We got guys like Draisaitl, McDavid, very young. They're only going to get better. I think McDavid's like a 99 in NHL 25. I'm going to be making trades, trying to wheel and deal my way on getting some great players that were low overalls back here in NHL 20, but in NHL 25, they are legit superstars. Damn, this D-core needs a lot of work. And then, of course, between the pipes, we can't go with Mikko Koskinen or Mike Smith, both of which don't even play in the National Hockey League anymore. Now, the first guy that I want to go after goes by the name of TNT. Tage Thompson, he's only a 78 overall with top 6 medium potential in NHL 20, so I think a trade straight up for Kyler Yamamoto could work, and hopefully we can bring him to Edmonton on behalf of the Buffalo Sabres organization. They accept my offer. Low-key, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I feel bad putting Oscar Klefbom on here, but the man doesn't even play hockey anymore. He retired very early due to injury, so we have to trade him, and I'm thinking on the Calgary Flames. They got Rasmus Anderson at an 81 overall. I'm thinking we grab him and Oliver Shillington. Both of those guys for Oscar Klefbom, straight up rejected. Totally unwilling. Well, guess what? I got a boatload of draft picks here that mean absolutely nothing to me, so I can go ahead and pretty much get rid of them, throw in a first-round pick, and that trade will go through. This is a perfect opportunity to snag a goaltender. Mike Smith for Dustin Wolf, straight up bang. There it is. The fleecing will continue. I almost feel guilty saying yes to this deal. Oh my God, Calgary, y'all have no idea, huh? Let me throw in Andreas Athanasiou as well as a 3rd and a 5th round pick for Valeri Nichushkin from the Colorado Avalanche. I almost feel guilty saying yes to this deal. Funny enough, I almost feel guilty as well. Actually, fuck that. I do not feel guilty. I feel amazing fleecing the computers. And we got to remember, we're building this team for NHL 25 to win a cup in that video game. We're obviously going to sim NHL 20 and probably not be very good, but right now I'm just looking forward to potentially raising the Stanley Cup in NHL 25. I'm going to be straight up abusing these draft picks. We got Darnell in a 1st for Thomas Harley and Jason Robertson from the Dallas Stars. Considered a done deal as the fleecing will continue. Getting rid of yet again another defenseman in Ethan Bear, who obviously didn't turn out to be much, for Mo Sider, straight up 1 for 1. They've rejected it, but I have a feeling I add in some draft picks and this trade should comfortably be able to go through. A 3rd and a 4th into the trade, and Mo Sider now is an Edmonton Oiler. Trading Oliver Shillington for Devon Taves almost feels like cheating, but you know what? I'm gonna do it. Trade accepted. The New York Islanders don't know what they had, but luckily GM Pasta can see into the future and can see that Devon Taves is gonna be an elite level defenseman. Philip Broberg, Jesse Puljujarvi, and a 1st round pick for Jordan Kyrou and Robert Thomas from the St. Louis Blues. 2 players that right now don't have a lot of value, but in NHL 25, they are damn good hockey players. This almost feels too easy. I feel like we're going to have a legit super team once I hop on to NHL 25. But I'm looking for players low value right now that I know have a high overall. JT Miller, a little bit too high trade value, although we could go after him. We have the draft picks if we want to use them. You know what? Instead, we're going to go Raphael Lavoie, throw him into a trade, as well as Ty Benson. I might have to add in a pick to grab Alex Tuch from Vegas. Actually, this trade might go through. It will go through. Alex Tuch is the newest member of the Edmonton Oilers organization. And to basically complete our forward core, we're going to be grabbing Tom Wilson and Connor McMichael from the Washington Capitals. No, they're totally unwilling. Totally unwilling to part ways with Tom Wilson and Connor McMichael in 2020 or even 2019. Unwilling to get rid of McMichael and Wilson in NHL 20 is kind of wild, but we're going to add in 2 second-round picks to the trade, and that will make it go through. I think we buff up our goaltending situation a little bit more, adding in Jake Ottinger, who really has no trade value in this game, which is kind of crazy considering how good he got in real life, but now he's going to be the starting netminder of the Edmonton Oilers, while Dustin Wolf, most likely, he's going to be the backup. Adam Larson and a 1st round pick for Jacob Slavin from the Carolina Hurricanes. This is a really good deal for us in Carolina, so we're definitely going to be saying yes to that one. Now, this roster on paper in NHL 20 doesn't even look that great. We do got Draisaitl, McDavid, Tom Wilson, not a bad first line. We get Nuge alongside Alex Chason and James Neal. Robert Thomas is going to be our 3rd line center. Val Nichushkin's a 4th line player. Defensively, Slavin and Anderson will be our best D pair. We got Mike Green alongside Devon Taves. We're also going to have guys like Alex Tuch, Jordan Kyrou, Jason Robertson, and Ryan McLeod sniffing in the minors. Mo Seider's going to play in the AHL, as well as Evan Bouchard and Thomas Harley. So those guys will be ready come NHL 25, but right now, they are essentially not effective in NHL 20. One of the things I was very excited about coming back and seeing here on NHL 20 was the sim engine. How quick does this game simulate compared to NHL 25? I'm posing the hard-hitting questions right now. I know it's pretty early on, but dare I say it's a little bit faster than NHL 25. Now, they do not track any of the box scores like 25 does, but overall, it's been pretty quick so far. Predictably, Edmonton had a horrible season. 29 wins, 48 losses, 5 in overtime for only 63 points, dead last in the Pacific. And we were the worst team in the entire NHL in NHL 20, but I have a feeling the tables will turn once we switch over to 25. Seeing Connor McDavid put up 88 points in the regular season is kind of embarrassing. The man had 41 goals, 88 points in 82 games. He was also a -10. Leon only had 85. Tom Wilson with 62. Nuge was pretty solid, I guess. Nobody really put up a lot of numbers, and then between the pipes, I mean, Jake Ottinger is a 21-year-old at a 70 overall. The man ain't stopping a lot of rubber right now. I do find the menu system a little bit quicker than NHL 25, I'm not gonna lie. Moving around from player to player does feel a little bit faster. We got Mark Scheifele having the most points in the NHL at 107. Bergeron had 105. Blake Wheeler 103. What kind of sick joke is this? Nathan McKinnon had 92. Marchand was decent. Mitch Marner, who now is a Vegas Golden Knight. Brad Marchand, most goals in the league at 49. Brock Besser had 44. Ovi with 44. Gino Malkin 43. Tarasenko, do you want him? We got Vasi having the most wins at 49 and the most shutouts at 9. Also had a 920 save percentage. Hand the man the Vezina already. Wow, Colorado still goes all the way as they defeat the Lightning in 5 games in the Stanley Cup Finals, 2 years before they actually did so in real life. Mark Scheifele is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Brad Marchand, the Maurice Richard. Alex Pietrangelo is going to win the Norris. McKinnon, the Conn Smythe. Vasilevsky, the Vezina. And for the Selke, it will be Bergeron. Before Sasha Barkov, this man won every single Selke trophy. It is now time to hop over to 25 and find out if this team is good enough to win a Stanley Cup. Draisaitl, McDavid, Thompson on our top line, a 99, 97, and 90. We got Alex Tuck alongside Robert Thomas and Jason Robertson. Val Nichushkin with Nugent Hopkins and Jordan Kyrou. And then Vasily Podkolzin to slot in nicely with Connor McMichael and Tom Wilson. Defensively, Taves and Bouchard as our top line D pair. Sounds good to me. Slavin and Rasmus Anderson. And then we got Thomas Harley and Mo Seider on the back end. And of course, in goal, a 92 overall Jake Ottinger with Dustin Wolf backing him up. This might be the greatest team of all time. The rules are very simple. We simulate one season and find out what happens. Edmonton would finish with a very dominant record. 63 wins, 15 regulation losses, 4 in overtime, 130 points, top of our division in the entire NHL. We are the odds-on favorites to win the Stanley Cup, and I'm wondering if we can get it done. McDavid didn't even have that great of a season. 44 goals, 104 points. Leon Draisaitl had 98. Tage Thompson, 86 and 31 goals. I guess the offense maybe was a little bit more even, at least evenly spread out throughout the forward core, as most of these guys are chipping in with like 40, 50 point seasons. Even Jacob Slavin put up some numbers, and Jake Ottinger went 53, 11, and 4 with 10 shutouts and a 927. I mean, a lot better than anything he's ever done in Dallas. Braden Point's going to dominate and lead in scoring with 128 points. The most goals in the NHL will go to William Nylander, who had 59. Braden Point's got to be one of the most underrated players of the 2020s. He's my most underrated player right now in the NHL. Drop it in the comments. Who do you guys think is the most underrated player? McKinnon, Crosby, Kucherov. We got all the same guys being up there, but I have a feeling Jake Ottinger is going to dominate the goaltending categories. Most wins at 53, most shutouts at 10, and the highest save percentage out of any starting goaltender. This man had one of the most dominating goaltending seasons of all time. As we are going to play a team that did not even exist in NHL 20 in the Seattle Kraken in round number 1. Should be a quick 4-game sweep, or maybe even a gentleman's sweep, considering we lost game number 2. Oh my god, they're actually going to tie the series up at 2. We got ourselves a hockey game. They actually tied the series up at 2. Ain't no way Seattle is that good. First period, we got a 1-1 tie. Draisaitl and Jarrett McCann. Second period, thank you to Von Taves for giving us the lead, and then Robo himself will chip in on Joey Decord. All of a sudden, 3-1 lead in game number 5 as we try to take a 3-2 series lead and try to eliminate the Kraken on home ice. Well, technically on Seattle's home ice in game number 6. Great road team is the Edmonton Oilers, and we're going to have to prove it here. 5-2 lead entering the third. Draisaitl, Thompson, and Dry again in the second. We are dominating them. The shots are 30-13. They're not even the same league as us right now as the Edmonton Oilers looks to win. They're not even in the same league right now as Seattle. It gets dusted in 6 games by the Edmonton Oilers, and I think Leon Draisaitl just potted a hat trick. Not only a hat trick, the man had 4 goals and a 5-point night. Connor McDavid, 4 apples. That's light work. Tage Thompson had 4 points. Jacob Slavin had 2 apples. Jake Onger was not even a brick wall either. He saved 18 out of the 20 shots that he faced. Hold up a minute. Does that say San Jose in the second round of the playoffs? All right, I guess it's different strokes for different folks as we got to play San Jose. They're probably going to get swept. I'm not going to lie. Oh no, never mind. We lose game number 3. We lose game 4 as well. Why do we start out these playoff series so great and then we lose game 3 and 4? Are we just not a good road team? Is that what it is? Third period, 4-0 lead. The Sharks, I mean, they tried. They actually put up a decent fight, but they're going to get eliminated in 6 games just like Seattle. Minnesota in the Western Conference Finals. Kirill Kaprizov must have an absolute carry job right now because ain't no way Minnesota's good enough to make... Oh my God, we're down 3-1 in the series. Heading into game 5 on home ice, the Oilers are in trouble. Minnesota has EA Sim Engine on their side. Luckily, we got a 4-1 lead entering the third period. Can we hold on? Can Jake Onger clutch this up? And can we bring it to a game number 6? Safe to say the Oilers are like a wild animal when they're backed against the wall. Backs against the wall, the Edmonton Oilers always play their best hockey, and we will win 4-1 over Minnesota. I'm still very nervous about losing this series, though. How are we falling down 3-1 to the Wild? This is going to be the challenging one on the road in game 6 in Minnesota. First period, 2-0 lead. McDavid gets a pair. Second period, 4-0 lead. The Edmonton Oilers holding on to a comfortable cushion right now. 5-zip. This game is over. We are going to a game 7 after a 6-0 shutout. Edmonton always has to take the toughest road, so I'm honestly expecting a hard-fought game 7. We're down by 1 entering the third period. Did that say Vladimir Tarasenko scored a goal for the Minnesota Wild? What is going on? I need McDavid. I need Thompson, Robo, Leon Draisaitl. Somebody's got to step up here in the third. No, Gustav Nyquist is going to make it a 2-goal game. Well, we have 5 minutes to make life fair. Down by 2 despite outshooting the Wild 38-27. Somehow Jake Ottinger's absolutely shit the bed. I mean, he's done that before in the conference final. McDavid can't bury. Yes, he gets the rebound. Connor McDavid, second of the night, will make it a 1-goal hockey game. This game is far from over. There is tons of time. 4:24 left to go in the third period. We have full attack. We just got the momentum back on our side, scoring a goal that honestly we desperately needed. Oh no, Matt Zuccarello. Zook, nice save, Jake Onger. Come on, Bouchard, break that puck out, buddy. Evan Bouchard gets rubbed off on the wall, and not in a sexual way. Brock Faber over Marco Rossi. Minnesota, they don't know what to do. They have no idea what they want to do, and unfortunately, Edmonton can't forecheck for the life of them. McDavid, what are you doing, buddy? Why is Connor McDavid icing the puck? 1:42 remaining here in the third period, down by 1. Elimination game for Edmonton. Can we claw back and force overtime? Tage Thompson, here he comes. TNT down the wing. TNT, what on earth was that, dude? A backhander, a floaty little backhand that doesn't even get on net. This is not good. If I have to pull my goaltender, you know it's bad. Zuccarello walking in. Jake Oettinger is going to cover it up. Who's going to step up? It's got to be somebody if we want to get back into this game. We got Robertson, Thompson, and Tuck out there. The big dogs are not out anymore as their energy is probably a little bit low. Robert Thomas admins that puck up to Alex Tuck. Tuck over to, oh my God, who was that? Alex Tuck in the middle. Robo can't bury it. Tuck can't do it. Another rebound. We got full pressure. 30 seconds to go. And the Minnesota Wild are going to waste the clock. Zook in. Zook. Nice shot. Easy save, though, by Otter. Time is running out, man. The clock is ticking. We got 20 seconds to go. Kirill, one final rush. We got to pull the goalie. Here we go. We're going for it all. 15 seconds to go. Jason Robertson finds a trailer. Robert Thomas and a block shot out in front. Shin pads. Absolute shin pads. Oh, nice. Yes, Leon Draisaitl. What a feed from Evan Bouchard. His second of the night. The big German will tie the game up. Unbelievable. He came off the bench for Jake Oettinger. He was wide open, and even on a backhander, that man is going to roof that puck. 8.3 seconds remaining, and Leon Draisaitl will be the hero that ties this game up. Most likely, we're going to head to overtime, but we'll see how this goes. Alex Tuck, though, we got an opportunity. Tuck on the back end. It's going to float in. No, it will not. Let's pull the goalie. We got 0.4 seconds to go. Extra attacker out there. Philip Gustafsson has no energy. Let's catch this man absolutely slacking. Thomas, you got to win that draw, buddy. Robert Thomas. Nice shot. It didn't go in, but that is A-okay. We tied this hockey game up somehow, some way with an amazing pass by Evan Bouchard. Overtime it is here in game number 7. Game 6, I actually have completely forgot what game we're in right now. I think it's a game 7 in the Western Conference Finals as we were down 3-1 in this series. Kaprizov walking in. Nice block shot. Here we go. TNT the other way. Tage Thompson's going to skate that puck out. We get a 3-on-2. McDavid over to Leon. Leon takes a shot and a good save by Philip Gustafsson. We have been absolutely peppering Gustafsson between the pipes. 45 shots. We got 5 goals, but we need the next one, man. We need to go back to the Stanley Cup Finals and rewrite the wrong. Bouchard rips one. Nice save. Rebound. Wait, Tage Thompson behind the net. Walking out. McDavid over Bouchard. What is that shot, Bouchard? It is not a slingshot. 17:28 to go. Connor McDavid wins the draw. We got full pressure. Devon Taves can't get a shot on net. Thompson picks it up. Tage in the middle. There's a juicy rebound. Rebound, Leon. Leon, come on, Draisaitl. Bury it for the Hattie. This roof would explode if Leon gets the hat trick. Nice pick there by McDavid. He goes D to D. Good breakout by the Oilers. Come on, Edmonton. We're all over Minnesota now. The momentum is on our side. Draisaitl takes a shot. Nice save there by Gustafsson. Thompson spinning in the middle. Nice save again. Rebound. How did that not go in? How did that puck not go in? My heart rate has to be up there. 51 shots on goal. And yet we can't get the game winner right now. Jonas Brodin gets 2-on-1 in the corner. It's all good, though. He gets it out. Matthew Boldy. Nice deke to the middle. Over to Gustav Nyquist. Easy save by Otter. Jake Ottinger, I need you to play your absolute best right now. Eriksson Ek goes behind the net. To Matt Boldy again. Nyquist spinning in the middle. Don't let him get a shot off Devon Taves. Good defending. Here come the Oilers the other way. Edmonton into the zone. McDavid finding TNT. Can't bury it. There's a rebound. Where's the puck at? I can't even see. Come on, Edmonton. 11:16 to go here in OT. Can we win the draw? We don't win it. Jonas Brodin. He's going to skate that puck out. Over to Gustav Nyquist. He's going to dump that puck in. I'm not going to lie. Oh, no. Oh, no. Matt Boldy. Nice save, Ottinger. Here we go the other way. Bad line change by Minnesota. Alex Tuch down the middle. Over. Tuch buries it. Yes! Alex Tuch, game winner, will send us to the Stanley Cup Finals. We were down, but not out. A 2-goal deficit in the third ain't shit for a pimp.
Stop the cap.
I almost lost my voice. McDavid had 2 goals and 3 points. Leon had a massive game-tying goal. And then, of course, in overtime, where's the man? The guy who scored, none other than Alex Tuch, that sent us to the Cup Finals. It is going to be an all-Canadian Cup Final between Edmonton and Les Montreal. Ain't no way this is going to be the roster that gets it done. I mean, Montreal, they're a young team with a bright future ahead of them. But right now, Edmonton is a sheer powerhouse. And the series score will reflect that as we are leading 3-0 heading into game number 4. Cup in the building, all the pressure in the world on Edmonton's shoulders. Can we perform? We got a 3-0 lead entering the third thanks to Robert Thomas, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Connor McDavid. Montembeault is a bust, man. He just can't stop a beach ball right now as Jake Ottinger is putting him, or I should say taking him to the woodshed. Still a 3-zip lead in the third period. Stanley Cup in the building in Les Montreal. You know, the Bell Center is going to be loud, but they're going to be pretty quiet if they watch Edmonton raise the Stanley Cup. We have to hold on to this 3-0 lead. We got a minute and 29 left to go in the third period. It's got to be like a early 2000s New Jersey Devils trap it up style of hockey. Just completely shut the other team down. Tage Thompson over to Leo. We look like we want to get another goal here, Edmonton. We don't need another one. We just need to make sure that Montreal does not get any momentum and does not get back in this hockey game. 45 seconds to go here in the third period. Outshooting them 39-28. Jake Ottinger. I'm not saying the S word. We're not jinxing it. The man's doing well so far, but that might be icing. What? That's not icing? Okay, EA. I guess it was by accident then. 30 seconds to go. Uri Slavkovsky coming in the zone. Slav takes a shot. Nice save by Otter. McDavid's rocking no Bucky. The man is on a mission. He wants his Stanley Cup. McDavid, why? Why are you doing that? I'll be honest, this Montreal Canadiens team straight up sucks compared to what we're putting out on the ice. 13 seconds remain in the game. As I have gone back to NHL 20, I built a team perfectly primed and poised to win a Stanley Cup in NHL 25. And finally, really, EA, you're going to do me like that? You're going to have a goddamn face-off right before we win the Cup? The Edmonton Oilers will get it done. We're going to win the Stanley Cup, sweeping the Montreal Canadiens in the Cup Finals. And I mean, this team was a super team. We were just built different, quite literally by our great general manager that hopped into his time machine, went back in time to NHL 20, and I just built the greatest roster for 25, and it got it done. We had a scare against Minnesota being down 3-1 and then 5-3 in Game 7. That was definitely hectic, but this team got hurt, and Connor McDavid has his second Conn Smythe of his career. The man had 17 goals and 37 points. He was on a different level. Definitely wish we could have won it on home ice, but the Bell Center, I will settle for that. I know Montreal has some great clubs out there. If you know, you know. As the Stanley Cup is awaiting Captain Connor McDavid for the first time in his career, finally gets it done. Who knew GM Pasta and his time machine could build the greatest singular roster of all time? McDavid was more rock solid than I am in the mornings. The man had 17 goals, 37 points. Leon Draisaitl was pretty close to winning the Conn Smythe. Bouchard chipped in as well as Robo. We got Tage Thompson doing his thing. Like, everybody pretty much played well. Jake Oettinger was decent. I mean, the 3 shutouts is nice. The man only had a .908 save percentage. Braden Point is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. We got Evan Bouchard winning his first ever Norris. McDavid obviously took home the Conn Smythe. Oettinger wins the Vezina and the Selke to Sasha Barkov. Well, that is going to do it for this video. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel. I would like to say thank you all for watching, and until next time, don't be silly. Wrap your willy.